Next up, we have rational functions. So rational functions are functions of the form of the type f of x by g of x, where f of x and g of x are polynomial functions of x defined in the domain where g of x is not equal to 0. So basically denominator is never equal to 0, right? So basically this particular function maps real number excluding 0 to real number, right? For example, we have f of x is being equated to 1 by x. Okay, so let me open up the related code. Before that, I would like to take this expression and just talk about this. So first thing is f of x is a rational function because we have 1 by x. Actually, it's of the form f of x or g of x by h of x, a function divided by another function, right? Here g of x will be what? Here our g of x is 1 and h of x is equal to x to the power of 1. So you can see this is a polynomial. This also is a polynomial, right? It's a constant but still a polynomial. Okay, so let's see this. Just a second, I need to close this. Yeah, let's see what's happening over here. So we have the function defined over here. Okay, so actually let me rename this. So this is our rational function. Yeah. Okay, so we have two set of examples, one with a particular set of inputs and the other one with the range of values. Okay, so let's execute this. For range of values, we have this graphical output. For this too is the range of values, but these are limited, right? These are also limited, but you know, it's kind of a lot. So here we are talking from -10 to 9, right? So we are excluding 0 though. You can see that we are excluding 0. So we made a point not to include that. So you can see that I removed 0 over here, right? Yes. So if I happen to say include this, right, by doing so I am negating the removal aspect. Okay, so if I happen to include this, what happens? It'll take a second because I should have stopped this first. Yeah, so you can see here 0 division error. I got an error that you have a scenario wherein you are dividing with 0, because that will lead to an infinite loop. So if there is nothing to stop the computer, it will keep running forever, right guys? So I need to see to that I remove 0. So let me run it again. Now let me go directly to this. So that's your domain. You can look at that, and the range, that is your output. For an input of -10, I have an output of -0.1, -9, -0.11, so on and so forth, right? So what is happening within the function? So we have an input of x and the output is 1 by x, right? This too has to do with rounding off, because obviously we'll end up with decimals, right? 0.9 is, sorry, 1 divided by 9 is not 0.111. It is never ending, right? But we are approximating it to 2 decimal space. Anyways, point here is this is a rational function wherein we can't have 0 as the input, right? Everything else is okay. So graphically, how will it look? As in when you go near 0, it's going to -infinity and +infinity. Is it not? So it's going to the extreme. So at 0, we don't have a value, but everywhere else we have values, as you can see, right? So this is your rational function. So till now we have not seen, majorly used, going to be used functions, at least in your syllabus. So the next, I think next 2-3, we have to get very familiar with it. Till now it's been just kind of introduction. The domain over here is all the real numbers excluding 0, and the range is any real number. Okay, so that's your rational functions.